one of the main reasons if we see a difference for Falcons AP Brand's rotation later on. So, yep, they did ban Valentina, and they also banned Moscow. So, are they the ones to get the Zask? Are we back to the Zask timeline again?
I think it kind of depends on Rebellion Esports, right? I think we all... there's still plenty of meta picks up in the air, you know, the Rogers, and now slowly moving away from the Loyi even in terms of bans. Because it used to just be like, you got to permanently ban Chip, you got to permanently ban Loyi for the good majority of, like, what, the past 2 months?
Yeah, that's true. So they're not more into the global teleportation type of thing anymore. So yeah, for Rebellion Esports, I'm not sure if they are to ban the Zask. But earlier, they could still ban Jushin though, because it could be open for Falcons AP Bren.
Yeah, Zushin, the Roger as well. I mean, banning out the Zaz is definitely not going to be worth it.
Yeah.
You called it Zushin. It's almost like a perma ban now or a perma pick, either way, despite the win rate is pretty low.
Yeah, it really depends on the team. Some teams kind of let it through and they don't care about it. Other teams are like, no, we can make it work. We just need a proper draft. But here comes the Zask as expected, the Roger.
80th. Oh, nice, nice. I think Rebellion got the better trade for Falcons AP Bren.
Well, hold your horses, hold your horses. Falcons AP Bren can get 2 more picks here. You know, this could be where it gets better. Let's see the full first phase first, and then decide whether it's a better trade or not.
They're actually using okay, it's gonna be Hayabusa over the Jillian and Terisla for Falcons AP Bren. So it's a mixture of crowd control and the pokes that they needed, which was lacking actually on that game number 1. So Rebellion Esports. The Valentina's not open.
The Harith is still open.
The Harith is still open, yeah. So they are going for that route. They are having this Roger on the gold lane. If that's their plan.
I mean, if they take Harith, then Roger is most likely going to go into the jungle, but I don't think Rebellion want to do that, right? I mean, it's a Hayabusa. There's a high possibility, especially with the Terisla, for an invade on towards that top side of the map because they're playing on blue. But the next
Faramis
pick is...
okay. All right.
That's nice.
I think it's even better than Aurora to a certain extent just because of the Nether Realm.
Well, here's the thing. There's a couple of arguments that can be made, right? Because Faramis wants everybody to be close together. The penalty zone is like, oh, if you're close together, I punish you. And Hayabusa naturally is able to threaten the Faramis' life to force him to use the Netherrealm earlier than expected.
Yeah, and at the same time, the slow on the range of the SAS could be a difficult one with the lineup of Rebellion Esports, or probably they picked this Faramis for longer or for an extension during team fights. They might use it as their escape route against Falcons AP Bren. So that's why Falcons AP Bren, they're focusing more on those jungles that could be up front, that can also sustain some of the damages from their hero composition. So if you're Rebellion Esports, you might want to focus on there's no Moscow, wow. Roger has been taken already. Harith. What's the next marksman? Probably a carry Brody Claude.
Well, what if they want to put like
Claude, probably a Claude against a Faramis? It's a decent counter.
Yeah, it is. I was also thinking about the Ruby versus the Roger. I mean, you want to put a fighter-ish hero versus fighter-ish hero to try balance it out so you can leave them to do their thing while the other members rotate around the map.
No, it's a Claude. Claude is the natural counter against the Faramis. So what's left for... they could go for an Iksha, by the way, if you're Falcons AP Bren. It's nice against a Faramis.
It's not bad, but there's a couple of conditions that need to be met. And I think we need to see what Rebellion's 4th pick here is going to be before we predetermine that. Because again, even Falcons AP Bren are like, okay, even though you guys are going to be really clumped up and you're going to have strong team fighting, we're not going to let you have the double sustainability with the Netherrealm on top of the motivational roar. Let's axe Minotaur straight away. And now Rebellion needs to think, okay, this Edith, it is a flex pick for us, but do we need a winning matchup in the EXP lane? Because there's a couple that I'm thinking of right off the bat. Number 1, most likely could be an export. They can also hold off on the barrage, but they go for Julian straight away.
Yeah. So this is a bit squishy lineup from Rebellion Esports, but if they need burst, this is the burst that they need for early game. But they are doubling down on the magic damage. It's something that, by the way, Falcons AP Brand is lacking. They could go for an Nathan and an Iksha for this match. Can be a Beatrix also. But
I think Beatrix probably is slightly better in this case, and now they have another setter with the Ruby as well. I mean, Ixia doesn't sound like a bad idea, but then again, it really depends on what Super Marco was feeling. He's got a number of options to play, none of which are like S-tier picks.
Okay, and the final pick will be Arlott. Okay,
is this a gold lane Ruby?
I think it's
Yes,
a gold
it
lane
is.
Ruby.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
you want
wow.
to put that 50-50 matchup against a Roger at least, rather than putting in a
Yeah.
marksman, then you will be bullied at the lane. But for Rebellion Esports, I'm looking at this possibility of Edith going towards the XP because they did that before and they had a win with it. And the last time they did that, they put the Grok on a Roam instead.
Man, do they want to play the Grok instead? I don't know. I'm looking at the lineup of Falcons AP Brand. There's just a lot of CC.
Are
just
they,
so much.
Yeah. Are they forcing a Kufra for Rebellion Esports?
Oh, that's
feels like
bad.
it, right? But it's a good hero for Rebellion Esports with the Hayabusa, with, even for the Ruby, even the Rizla. Huh.
Yeah, because your concern earlier on was that Rebellion Esports, they're kind of squishy, right? So it's likely they want to switch things up. But
Oh.
Camilla, okay, Camilla.
This is one nasty lineup for Rebellion Esports. It's hard.
Right.
It's hard to execute.
Honestly, both compositions
plausible.
are pretty hard to execute, right?
Yeah.
It's team fight oriented. Let's see how these lanes are going to go. Because at the end of the day, it could be the difference maker of a clean penalty zone or an I'm offended or a cursed blood or an earth shatter that could be the difference maker in this game. Break down the comps for us one more time before we head into the land of dawn.
You know what, for their composition, kind of feel like for Falcons AP Brand, they're leaning towards those dives as early as possible. Same with how Rebellion Esports played on game number 1. Now, for Rebellion Esports, the Nether Realms would be a very crucial one if they want to go in for those dives under the turret. So it's more of an execution factor at the early game. Whoever wins the early game wins the game.
Yeah, so let's see who will win this game because Rebellion Esports, they are fighting for survival. Let's head on to it. A 2-0 win is crucial for them. Take it on Rebellion Esports versus Falcons AB Brand.
Okay, things are different right now. Game number 1, it was Falcons AP Brand that has 2 purifies actually for the game. But this time around, it's Rebellion Esports. They are prepared for this crowd controls. As mentioned by Gideon earlier, that for the crowd control of Falcons AP Brand, it's pretty high. So if you're FCAP as much as possible, you need to capitalize on that as early as possible or probably go on Rio's jungling area.
Yeah, you want to try to have that early invasion, right? But I guess the idea, maybe not because, okay, looks like they want to try to do it. They'll keep their eye on the bottom lane. Slight invasion there onto Ogwen. Not letting Ogwen that space to farm. And they're not done yet. Look at Rio chasing down Ogwen.
He's all over the place. Probably the plan again for Rebellion Esports is take limit all the resources, focus on taking the resources of Cal TZ, win that turtle again, and win the game. Disrupt the pattern of Ogwen because they forced 2 players actually from Falcons AP Brand to be back on their base just to have their HP bars full again.
Yeah, at least the mid battle is 50-50 because both heroes, they lost the next wave. But not really lost though because both of them are not present there. So naturally they can come back and get whatever they can get 50-50.
Okay, so it's a war cry for Kyle TZ, more in the damage. So expect later on that he'll be rotating probably on Matt's lane. And yeah, the problem here for Falcons... Oh, wait!
Oh, wow. Quick moves there by
Ooh.
Kartizi. That was a close one.
Yeah, that was close. If it has been a first blood for Rebellion Esports, they might have taken an advantage already on this turtle. But yeah, the objective is now being taken by Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, the timing is right to just shoot away Kartizi. I mean, by the time he comes back, gets his buff, there will not be enough time for him to engage with the turtle fight. So the turtle will be given again to Rebellion Esports.
Things are looking good for Rebellion Esports, but looking at the goal lead, it's still on Falcons AP Brand side. So it means that other lanes are being won by FCAP. So if you are Rebellion Esports, you might want to limit Super Marco's rotation. I mean, it's hard to be up against Owen.
Oh, but not so hard for Rio to score this first blood thanks to RBL and Suelo opening up for him. And that is great communication and coordination by Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, and that is where the problem Falcon Esports has been revealed for this match. If there is no layer of skills for FCAP, it's going to be a problem for them. There's no kill secured at the middle lane, although they have enough, let's say, sustainability. There's no enough damage, so they need at least 3 players if you're up against Rebellion Esports. So yeah, it's a juggle between the economy. It's 57 for Falcon AP brand. Later on, it's going to be Rebellion Esports. So, but we can see Matt on the Thunderbelt. So expect later on that he'll be part of the team fight, poking damage against Falcon's AP brand.
Yes, and now Rebellion Esports. It feels like the story from the previous round, right? Rebellion Esports getting the first blood, the first turtle as well. A little bit more advantage at the start, but speaking about advantage, can they find more advantage at the bottom lane? Cast is pretty tanky, so it's not going to be easy. Plus, he can come up with the damage, not easy. Last thing about, we have managed to get away to safety. Suelo together with RTZ arrives, so Ogwen and KartEasy cannot continue on. In fact, they might go in for the turret dive, and yes, they will. RTZ will get Ogwen, looking for KartEasy next. KartEasy, last thing about, looking for FlapTZ next. RTZ will be treated back by Fudo, but FlapTZ will be safe so far. Rio, is he going to do it? Nope. FlapTZ flies away.
Okay, that's...
Oh, View! He was surrounded anyway.
Yeah, surrounded by everyone from Rebellion Esports. So this is where the problem lies now for Falcon Saber. Oh, wait. They're forcing for another team fight here for Falcon Saber.
Okay, Ogwen still went in for it. FlapTZ gets cars though. Now the turtle is wide open for Falcon AP brand. Not only the turtle, Rio might be chased down. FlapTZ wants to find his target, but the only one that he can get is going to be Suelo. That is a good enough target for him. Gets the turtle, gets another kill, and this is RBTZ down. Double kill to Ogwen.
That is a nice call for Falcon's AP brand. They forced for another team fight. They knew that the players of Rebellion Esports already used up some of their ultimates. But by the way, Suelo is using that Shadow Stampede really well. So that is the timing wherein he waited for a few to be out of the spawn. And then there's like a rope pulling few back, hence the secure kill against him. But yeah, 4-4 is our score. Falcon CP brand just winning that team fight because they knew that they had the burst damage against against Rebellion Esports. And it's a matter of which team has much more kit on dealing damage against each other, who's going to be on the lead in terms of extended team fights.
Yeah, and they have to have that on-point communication to say that, hey, my skill is ready, you know, cooldowns off, and that's, guys, don't go back yet, or like 3 seconds more, just stay there, something like that. And this just shows the level of communication that they have. Yeah,
and speaking of which, since Owen has the Oracle, expect later on that majority of the players of Falcon Saber Brand would have smoother communication because it's the same that they have.
Yeah, jumping in on the Matt. I mean, where is Matt going to go from here, right? I mean, you got 3 of them. Super Marco can easily tank out the turret, so not going to be an issue, but RBTZ now needs to tank out damage. He should be able to do so, but can he get away to safety? 50% of health should be okay for now because they want to focus on the others. Rebellion Esports fighting back at this moment. Ogwen 50% as well. And RBTZ kind of low, but he does have Suelo together with Kaz and Rio to protect him.
Okay, so there's no casualty during that time, but we could see now the aggression of Falcon's AP brand. Now, the problem now for Falcon's AP brand is the targeting of a Zask. In the middle of everyone, you can't really choose as to where your skill is gonna hit. So it's more of the placement here for Falcon's AP brand, but for Rebellion Esports, they need to at least push the minion wave on the sides to have them flow, give space to Matt because the Matt is just on the Thunder Belt. So Supermarket is 1,000 lead in terms of gold, so that's a lot.
Oh, you blink it, you miss it moment, ladies and gentlemen. Now Rio has no space to breathe. Speaking about space, at the bottom, Sway low. They could jump in. Okay, Ogwen's coming in from behind. He does not have the final slash though. But then again, the Nether Realm would save them anyway. So no final slash, no problem. Don't need to be greedy.
Yeah, you know what? When you see Faramis using the Nether Realm just to escape, you know that you've already won.
Oh, this could be a 2 down for the side of Falcon CP brand. I mean, that was a little bit overextension.
Yeah, overextension, yes, and at the same time, they're up front against oddities. One curse of blood, and then everything just sweep them on that spot.
Oh man, Kaltizi wants to try to do something sexy from the side, but okay, lucky enough it does not continue on. I mean, we are talking about heroes that can absorb damage, and Matt, at the same time, will have some space at the bottom to finally pop and get this turret.
Things are looking good. We have Antikaras also for oddities. So sometimes you can't really notice the difference if you have a Carmilla against you. But if there's someone up front who's very sustainable at the same time, has the damage, continuous damage, by the way, not the burst, but continuous damage, it's really nice for Rebellion Esports. So there's a struggle for Falcons Aperman. Who are we targeting in a team fight? Is it going to be an Edith or is it going to be oddities' hero? So it lies in between. That's why it's going to be hard for them. All they need to do is to have the penalty zone on spot. Find the probably Suelo because the skill is the flicker. It will be a lot easier for them. But we see now a Divine Glaive for a few. So we'll see more of bursts from them. But yeah, it's the Lord now, Sir Cloud, for this match.
Yeah, they need to be careful of the penalty zone by FlapDZ now that it's available, so they cannot group up together. So we can see Rebellion Esports, they kind of split up at this point. Are they truly that interested? Okay, keep your eye on to the movement of Julian, played by Rio. He's waiting at the background to try to steal that Lord, but Falcons AP brand, they're not moving the Lord yet.
Yeah, I think for Falcon Saber Brand, they're open up space for Cal TZ, so he's gonna be the sweeper just in case there's gonna be a setup play. I thought Super Marco's gonna dive for an ultimate during that time, but yeah, there might be a juggle on the minion wave management here for Falcon Saber Brand. Probably they might wanna push that minion wave first at the bottom lane to be on the upper hand in terms of positioning against Rebellion Esports.
And Rio repositioned himself. Kyle TZ probably saw that movement, so they know that there's no one behind them, at least for now. Now that Rio's in front and they have the information. But Kaz is going to go in. Okay, he's going to open up with Kyle TZ.
Suelo?
Right in front, Super Marco. Kyle TZ gets Suelo together with Kaz. It's going to be a double kill here. And now the Lord is wide open. Rebellion Esports, they cannot challenge for the Lord anymore.
Wow, what a nice play for Falcon Saber Brand. I kind of feel like for Rebellion Esports, that has been a bit of a miscommunication. It was Suelo and Cars up front. Take note that Suelo isn't using the Purify spell, so he wasn't able to use that Nether Realm prior that death against Falcon's AP Brand. So if you are Faramis user and you're not on the Purify and the other team has a lot of crowd control as much as possible, you want to restrict you want to give yourself a limitation as to where perimeter you could be in a team fight.
Yeah, in that fight though, Kaz, he used the flicker and he missed his Earth Shatter.
Yeah, that's true.
If his Earth Shatter connected, maybe it would have went to Rebellion Esports.
Yeah. So, okay, because of that Earth Shatter miss, even the Netherrealm missed. So it's all about timings now. It's all about the timing and the placement for Rebellion Esports. So low killing score for this 11-minute game, but for Falcon Saber Brand, they could push an inhibitor turret because every lane is being pressured here by FCAP.
Yeah, Falcon's AP brand now will put focus onto the top, holding hands with the Lord. The Lord has arrived in front of the doorstep, but it is still the first Lord, so no sweat for Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, they have the kit to actually defend this one out, but the problem is going to be where will they get damage from? Matt is just on the Thunderbelt and Malefic Roar, so he's using the Purifier, yes, but it's continuous crowd control for Falcon Saber Brand. You have a layer from Flappy's Penalty Zone, even the final slash from Owen, even Super Marco has the crowd control, so they have to be mindful of using that Oddities as ultimate so that there's gonna be space for Matt. As early as now, they need to give everything to Matt. Matt is their guy. Matt is their X factor or key to success for this game.
Yeah, the one of the newer players for Rebellion Esports who have been going around teams, I must say. The last he was with was JP Niners in MPL MY, and now he's together with them. But has he really shined or carried Rebellion Esports? Not yet, but maybe.
Not yet, yeah.
Benefit of the doubt, maybe because it's new, so they're still trying to find that true chemistry together.
Yeah, but so far they're playing really well. Okay, we heard retributions used just for that Live the Wonder. That's very crucial for Vision as well. But yeah, for Flap Easy, that is the Winter Crown. So after the Queen's Wings went straight for the Winter Crown. So his main function here is another setup player for Falcons AP Bren. Now we have the Lord in 10 seconds now. So Rebellion Esports, they might want to go for a surprise play using the Flicker, Earth Shatter onward, the suplex from Cars.
The suplex, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh man, that reminds me of every wrestling move.
Yeah, the suplex.
Yeah. Let's see if they can pull off a suplex here. Oh, but Cars is in. Oh, what a pullback there for Cars. But then again, the Nether Realm is there to save him. But that also means that the Nether Realm is now forced out.
Yeah, that's an early usage of the Nether Realm. But if you're Rebellion Esports, better use it instead of having casualties prior to this Lord take. But because also of that, they don't have an edge on trying to have that Lord steal. Hence, Falcons AP Bren taking this second Lord of the game.
Yeah, if only they still had the Nether Realm, then maybe they could still challenge for
Yeah.
the Lord. But then again, unfortunately, that was forced out. But great move there by Falcons AP Bren to make that happen. And if we look at the experience graph now, we're starting to see a swing towards Falcons AP Bren.
Yeah, it's really going on Falcons AP Bren side. Again, the map control here of Rebellion Esports is really minimized. Oh, wait, I thought that there's going to be a setup play against Super Marco. And we see some of the players here using the flickers already. And on the goal graph, wow, it's just Falcons AP Bren. There was a bit of a team fight around 10 minutes of our game, but it's just continuously Falcons AP Bren getting all the resources against Rebellion Esports. As to why for few, he is at the Holy Crystal already.
Oh, okay. An attempt here onto Cars. Now Cars again will be saved by the Nether Realm. Nether Realm will save him, but that means also they do not have the Nether Realm for now. It will be under cooldown while the Lord will push onto the bottom lane. And this is an opening now for Falcons AP Bren to take down the inhibitor turret in the middle. And they'll try to find the next kill. RDTZ now 50% of health left. RDTZ has to dip the crystal. Will get extra protection out of it. The Lord will be taken down and Falcons AP Bren will reset.
That is a breathtaking defense brought to you by Rebellion Esports. And this inhibitor turret at the top lane is going to be destroyed by Falcons AP Bren. They have the minion wave. They have the kit to actually poke some more players from Rebellion Esports. But Rebellion Esports having that brick of hope into defeating Falcons AP Bren. They're forcing for a team fight, I think, because they know that some of the players here of Falcons AP Bren has already used some of their ultimates.
And they do have the Nether Realm though. It will be pop out anytime soon. Nether Realm will be used at this moment to save RDTZ. RDTZ will 0-1 to Swalo. He'll say thank you very much, but that means they do not have the Nether Realm for this defense. However, Falcons AP Bren, they're looking at their watch and telling themselves that, hey, you know what guys? 50 more seconds to the next Lord. Let's take a chill.
Okay, this team's chilling because it's hard for Falcons AP Bren to force the team fights against Rebellion Esports. And I really like how they juggle the minion wave earlier for Rebellion Esports. And yeah, looking at the items, by the way, we have the Radiant Armor already for Cars. I think he needs the Immortality as early as now. Just in case if he's going to be the target here for Falcons AP Bren rather. And for Julian, that is the Holy Crystal. Things are great for Matt. It's more on taking the kills now against Falcons AP Bren because he's still at 1-1-1. It's a low killing game, but at the same time, you want those conversions already as early as now.
Oh, speaking of conversion, they might run to convert Cars into a kill, but then again, Cars flickers away and RDTZ is there. No further pursuit there by Ogwen. And they have not yet forced out the Nether Realm this time.
What a slow from this spawns from a few. By the way, the itemization for a few is going one and this Divine Glaive. And here comes the lore again. Circled.
Flickers in. Looks like there will be an engagement by Rebellion Esports and Count Easy turns back together with Phil to get Swallow as well. Double triple Count Easy. Castle with the next one to be in trouble. Cows may go down. This could be a wipeout there. Swallow is the only one survived. But what can he do against the entire Falcon CP brand? There's no way he can defend against all
That's
of
it.
them. And looks like we are going to go for game number 3 as Falcon CP brand will want to end this round now.
That was a nice setup play by Super Marco.